I'm just going to get it straight out there and say Fez is incredible. So far, 2012 has been plagued by boring, uninspired retail games, and you only have to look down my list of most recent reviews to see that in general, most of the games coming out in the past few months have been nothing short of mediocre at best. I was conscious that a lot of my reviews had been negative lately, and the fact that I wasn't enjoying gaming as much as I used to was a cause of concern to me. But by buggery is that all changed now, thanks to a few white dots sporting a fez and a graphical trip down memory lane. Yes, Fez, the XBLA exclusive retrotastic platformer come puzzler come adventure game has awoken in me what I thought was lost. That need to play a game, that want to explore, that joy at discovering something new and wonderful, and the pleasure of rediscovering old gaming memories once lost. For a split second I thought I was getting bored of gaming, and then along came Fez to nut punch me back to reality and back into my gaming chair. Fez combines elements from many different games past and present. It's got the backtracking, map-opening aspects of a Metroidvania-style game, it has the world-altering puzzle elements of Crush for the PSP, and there's even a hint of Nebulous in there, all polished off with sly nods to Zelda and Super Mario, and countless other games from days gone by. The world of Fez is built with pixels, that long-lost graphical building block of yesteryear, but with a modern twist. Each of these pixels is actually rendered as a full cube in 3D, which then enables Fez's nifty signature gameplay trick of being able to rotate a 2D world like it was a 3D world until it snaps back into 2D again. The pixel art graphics fit the style of the game perfectly, and they are so cute, with so much going on, tiny little birds and animals hopping around, hidden messages written on walls, and the perfect little expressions on your character Gomez's face all point to a development cycle full of love and passion for the world which was being created. At the very start of the game, Gomez awakens in a strictly 2D platformer environment, and it's not until an encounter with an old geezer and a floating gold cube that things become interesting. The golden cube explodes, sending cube shards flying off in all directions, and tasked with collecting them all to stop his universe from collapsing into a black hole, Gomez is gifted with a magic fez which allows him to manipulate his world at the touch of a button. Using the left trigger and right trigger, you rotate little Gomez's world through 90 degrees, and by doing so open up hidden areas and uncover secret doors. Each flip can alter the game world differently. Inaccessible platforms too far to jump to become a short hop away, small ledges become wide walkways, and constantly shifting and turning the world will uncover paths which allow you to climb ever higher. With 32 normal cubes to collect and 32 harder to find anti-cubes, along with treasure chests and relics, the game is a collectaholic's dream, and as each hour of playtime takes you deeper and deeper into the game, with more and more ways opening up along the world's 3D map screen, it's pretty safe to say that you won't find every collectible on your first playthrough. I don't want to say too much about the actual gameplay for fear of spoiling the joy of discovery for you, but as you guide Gomez through each of the many doors dotted around the worlds he visits, you're confronted with puzzles which include the scanning of QR codes, the deciphering of hieroglyphs, and a language based on Tetris-style shapes alone. The platforming element is just a tiny portion of the game really, and with all this extra depth, Fez goes beyond the realms of any downloadable game I have played on any console ever. There is just so much hidden stuff, and it's all just within reach but at the same time so far away. Each time I thought I was close to unlocking the truth behind the game, the answer was snatched away from me and in its place was left more questions. And that's not to say it's a massive game world, in fact far from it. I completed the main game in around 6 to 7 hours of continual play, but it wasn't until I started in New Game Plus that I realised that this was only just the beginning. The unexplored branches of the route-like map world were begging for me to uncover their secrets, and there is many an hour of head-scratching lying ahead of me in the fiendish but simple-looking puzzles which kept me thinking about how to solve them even when my Xbox was off and I was lying in bed trying to get to sleep. It's just a beautiful game in every aspect, and really the only bad thing I can think to say about it is that there's a glitch where if you pause the game while the world is turning, the menu cube will not turn. But that's easily sorted with a quick unpause and repause button combo, and it's certainly nothing worth marking the game down for. At the time of doing this review, I still have not 100% completed Fez, and I'm sure there is still so much to find and discover. There is a hidden depth here that not many other games can touch. Hell, last night I was up till 6 AM trying to decipher the text in a weird tome I'd just found, with no luck I might add. A game hasn't had me that absorbed since I don't know when. Something tells me that there are many layers to this game that won't even be unlocked until the whole gaming community works together to crack the codes in a way similar to that of a huge alternate reality game. I literally cannot urge you enough to go and download Fez right at this moment. Indie games like this are the only things keeping the gaming world fresh these days, as bigger companies simply copy and paste Call of Duty because they think it's a license to print money. Seriously, stop watching this video review right now and go buy Fez. You will not regret it one bit. In fact, sod this. Why am I sat here still talking when I've got Fez to play?